Get ready to go.
We're back in hour two. I'm going to get divorced if I don't finish burning this brush pile out here, but we're going to do another hour. So anything else y'all want to hit on the big board before we go back to Twitter? And then if you want to, we'll do that all defensive mock draft real quick.
Where do you have Clay Webb?
Clay Webb. Let's see here.
Kind of a similar guy like Marcus Weir, Jacksonville State. So obviously a very small school. Mm-hmm. PFF has him ranked as the 10th best guard this last year. The year prior,
at least this guy is over 6 feet tall. So
he's 6'3", 290. But listen to his grades since 2022: 80 flat in 2022. 23 had an 87.4. 2022 82 flat. So he was the 13th, the 3rd, and the 10th best ranked guard in the college football.
Yeah. So we've got him in the 116 spot out of Jacksonville State. And it's funny, you just said he was 10th in 24, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I took the information down, he was not. So what's that tell you? PFF's going back and changing grades. So, that's why I like the earliest information possible before, you know what I mean? Not that one spot or even 20 spots matter that much with how that's why our board is so safe proof is there's so many multiple inputs here, right? Different aspects of our board that not one is going to teeter it too far in the other direction. But 13th in 2022, 3rd in 23, 9th in 24 is what I had down. 202nd on the PFF big board at the time, 241 on the consensus big board, and he did get the maximum RAS bonus of 5. Yeah, 116. Where we got him, Jacob? That would be
your guard though. No versatility.
Yeah,
straight up left guard. Yep.
Which means we'll bring him in and put him at tackle. So,
hey, you tried kicking? You want to be a kicker?
So at 116, to me, I would feel better about taking him in the 4th round at pick 123 as opposed to pick 87 in the 3rd round. That'd be a little bit more of a reach.
But being a left guard, though, that would be easier to move Elton to center if that's the thought.
I'm really eager to see what they do about center. As we get closer to free agency, it feels like they're not going to be interested in say Dahlman. Yeah, but I mean, you never know. Again, it's that comment that Rob Domofsky made last year and Jason Wilde talked about so much was, the center of the future is already in the building. Is it Jacob Monk? Is it Elton Jenkins? Is it Zach Tom? Who is it? Sean Ryan? Yeah, like it could be a multitude of people. It looks like we got some breaking news. Do we got some breaking news here, boys? Let's drop the board down real quick. Love it. So Turtles in the chat says Diana Rossini tweeted that the Seahawks lowered the price on DK. Let's all act surprised.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Oh man, let's see if I can find that tweet real quick. Maybe we can put Go ahead, Jake.
While you're looking for that, I wanted to know where possibly a guy, if you guys looked at Luke Newman. He's a guard.
Newman.
Hello, Newman. He's a guard out of Michigan State. Not the best year this past year. He was a 71.9, but the year prior where he played left tackle, he had an 87.9 grade. The year prior to that, in 2022, he also played left tackle and had a 79 flat PFF grade. And he had considerable snaps, over 700 on each position, and played left guard in 2024. Didn't grade out that great as far as a game-by-game basis last year. I don't know if moving to the guard position maybe threw him off a little bit, but that could be another guy to look at in late rounds.
Yeah, he played a lot of left tackle before last year.
Yeah.
All right, so here is the breaking news 27 minutes ago. Diana Rossini at DMRUSSINI on X says the Seahawks asking price for wide receiver DK Metcalf has lowered per sources. Seattle would be open to a return centered around a 2nd-round pick for the 2-time Pro Bowl receiver. Metcalf ideally wants to play in a warm weather climate and is looking to make $30 million per year. So
could be a crackhead. Got hold to the wrong stuff.
2 negatives here for me is when someone says, I want to play where it's warm, I don't want them on my football team. And the other thing is $30 million per year, right? I don't know. It's crazy, too, the fact that information has to be coming from the agent, those 2 aspects. And that's just a weird way to approach this because a team might have been willing to pay you $33 million in cold climate. And right. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. But as far as a second rounder plus $30 million per,
Guys, what do you think the likelihood is that there's no deal gets done and he stays in
Oh,
Seattle?
I'm kind of hoping for it. To be honest. Yeah, I am. I'm the troll in me is kind of hoping he just stays put, and
Yep.
everybody we all just wasted our time on this.
I mean, Ryan's podcast this morning, he talks about that specifically. He's like, the guy's putting a lot of emphasis, like making it a known thing that he wants to play in warm. Like that to me, Ryan even said, he goes, that should be the last thing on your mind when you're trying to enter in one of your last contracts of your career. You play football for maybe 10, 15 years tops. You're worried about whether or not the temperature's set at 70 or whatever. Like you have the whole rest of your life to go build a house wherever you want to, whatever climate you feel is best. But for 5 years, 3 years, whatever the case may be, you're not willing to have some bad weather for like 6 months of the year. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Right.
And what does that mean when you have a road game in Buffalo or in Green Bay or something? Do you just sit that one out?
Yeah. And as Joyce Martha says here in the chat, no team interested in $30 million per year. Yeah, Anthony in the chat, not worth $30 million, no way. That seems, and going back to what you guys were just saying, what's the chances that he stays there? Imagine the best offer he gets in a trade scenario is someone says, we'll give you $20 million per year. And then Seattle comes back and goes, well, how about $23 million? Okay, cool. I'll just stay here. And we all forget like none of this happened.
Yep.
There's a lot of that test in the market going on out there. It's always happened in free agency where the Packers like to do business like this. Guy's contract ends. They can't come up to an agreement. Hey, go test the market. Bring us your best offer back, and we'll see if it makes sense. More and more, I think this is when we talked about at the top of the show, me and Jacob were talking about, what are the things that you kind of learn every year? That's the thing that I've learned this year is like that's becoming more and more common for teams to go seek a trade, see what you're worth, even before free agency. In the past, it would be wait till free agency, bring us back your best contract. Now it's go out there early and bring it to us. Really makes sense for both sides, to be honest with you. It gives the team a little more, a little more notice on where that player's value truly is. I kind of like that in the world we live in is, hey, what's it actually worth as opposed to let me see if I can get over on this dude and he can try to rip me off and that. Let's just be honest and, hey, what's the true value here? So that's like, we've been looking at homes in Green Bay and you can see the ones that's like, boy, they really trying to take somebody to cleaners and somebody might swoop right in there and grab it. And then you see others that, are more reasonable. The house is worth what it's worth. It's not worth what you think it's worth, whether you're the buyer or the seller, But yeah, this is interesting though. He may end up back in Seattle. What would be the number though, guys? Let's say forget the money per year. Let's say he's free. He's no cap charge whatsoever. None. What would you be willing to give up in terms of a pick to get DK? He's free. What's the pick you would give up?
0, none, not interested.
You still wouldn't take him. Really?
Nope.
Wow. For me, that number.
I'd go third.
Would you go third? I would give up a second if there was no cap hit whatsoever. I would do that. And I'll tell you why. You're not going to find DK Metcalf in the second round of this draft where he's just going to come right out, slam dunk, and do what he does in the league. Like Baldy, watching some film breakdown from Baldy last night, Baldy is like, I don't know why teams aren't lining up to sign this guy. That's Baldy talking, not me, right? And I've got to lower my ego and go, okay, Baldy knows what the hell he's talking about. But when you throw in the $30 million, that's where I go, whoa. Second rounder and $30 million ain't happening. So now the conversation becomes, what would be the dollar amount that you would put on it? Okay, DK Metcalf, to me personally, $20 million is my cap. I would not go any higher than $20 million. Now a second rounder with $20 million, that's a little rich. Second rounder, $15 million cap charge, I could do that. But you understand what I'm saying? So now you're getting that ballpark or maybe a third rounder, plus you're going to have to give up $20 million in cap. I could see that. But you've got to be completely on board with that's your number one receiver. You're not paying anybody else. You might pay Jaden Reed or somebody that second contract. But
yeah,
that's why I'm not interested. I don't want to, we already know he's going to stand on the sideline with his coat on, shivering the whole time.
Right.
Progression
too. Like if Green Bay
our
comes
number one receiver that doesn't want to be here, like I'm not into giving up money and draft capital for a guy like that.
If Green Bay comes to calling too, right, and they say, hey, we'll give you $30 million per, and we'll give the Seahawks that second rounder, he's liable to go, no, I don't want to go there. You know what I mean? It's a real thing. It's a great point, Tim. Drew D says the Worthy headline was misleading. He isn't being charged right now, but the DA is still investigating the case. There you go. Appreciate that update there, Drew, for sure. So it's funny, too. Who got all that information out last night saying the charges were dropped? The charges were dropped. Probably his side of the story, right?
True.
So, it's going to get ugly, I believe, before it's all
Man, I love you, Doc, but he has been pushing MVS every episode for like the last week. And at first I thought it was a joke. It's not
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
You correct me if I'm wrong, Doc, but I swear he's like legit. He wants MVS.
Doc, we need clarification, sir. Please let us know. Is it sarcasm or are you being serious? Because if you think MVS is the answer, I may not know anything about football. I may be the most ignorant football fan on the face of the earth. But I'm just waiting. We're going to sit here awkwardly until he responds. I need to know because he has said it a lot.
We might as well bring back EQ.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God.
Oh man, Adam Block. I also support MVS as a stopgap. This is a real thing. This is a real thing.
Could be a crackhead. Who got hold to the wrong stuff.
Chuck Goodman said MVS has hands of stone.
Hey, we got it confirmed right here. Heard it from a fan right here.
All right. Holmes says we got breaking news, Tim. Can you hit me with it here, sir, please? Holmes MD1. Straight from the source. Quote, just saying we would save a lot of money, and it's just for about 14 games. We could save a lot of money with me playing receiver.
I was just going to say, you want a guy to run all the way down the field and not catch the ball. I mean,
shoot, you sign me for $100,000, I'm going to play my butt off. I'll pull my.
Two people said it in the chat. Adam Block said the people have spoken. That's how we. Hey.
Ooh, we do have some actual news coming in here, though. We got Drew D talking about how the Lions have re-signed Marcus Davenport. And Anthony says that Von Miller was just released.
Boom! Look right here, boys. Diana Rossini. The Bills have released pass rusher Von Miller. Person. We were supposed to do a mock draft, and we are not doing it now, fellas. Okay, we're just going to keep rolling with the punches here. All right. Look at Jacob.
We're not doing a mock draft?
What? That's it. I'm out of here.
Yeah. You know what, Tim? Yeah.
So would we be interested in a Von Miller? That's kind of that Khalil Mack type, but I think with way less production and health here lately. You know.
Yeah.
I want to say he's real. Jason White, isn't he? We're all old, Jason. Get off our back. All right. Don't make me ban you from the chat again. Remember when I accidentally did that? Had to go combing through the interwebs. Who's this Jason White guy? I got to apologize. I accidentally banned him for no reason. MD1 Holmes says MVS balled out in the playoffs, guys. He also has 2 rings.
That's crazy.
I try not to laugh, but he's a bit faster than Clay as well. He is throwing the laughing emojis in there, so I don't know, man. I don't know. I think we should move on from the MVS thing. I don't know. Tim, you on board with MVS, man?
Dude, even Robbie in the chat.
What do you think?
Go ahead, Jacob. Read it.
I mean, no, I'm just surprised. There's a lot of people in the chat that are legitimately standing on this hill saying that we got to bring MVS back. I just
you want me to get on board with DK Metcalf? Just keep bringing up MVS.
Right. Tim's like, give him $40 million. Give him $40 million. Move on from the MVS talk. Now, Von Miller. Well, do we have a PFF grade on Von Miller? Go ahead, Jacob. I'm going to look up his PFF.
No, I was actually just going to ask if we have his grades just to maybe see how he's trending. Obviously, he is a little older, a little long in the tooth. But, I mean, that's another type of edge player that seemingly is like kind of ageless. Let's see here.
Holy cow. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute, boys. This year, he played only 332 snaps.
Dang, he's grading out real well.
85.5. Wow. Run defense, 65.5. Tackle grade, a little low at 53.3, but you know what he does? He gets after the QB, 84.5 pass rush grade.
Bro.
So his PFF grade.
You're going to get him for 1 year if you bring him in, and how much is that going to cost you?
See, that's the thing I'm wondering is what's the value on him? I can't imagine it's crazy high. 90, 93, 91, 90, 91, 90, 91, 90, 79, 91, 85, 53, but only 298 snaps. That's when he got hurt. and then back up to an 85. That dude is a monster. And he does
Sign
own
the
chicken-
man.
He owns a chicken company too. Don't he sell chickens or something? He raises chickens. Come on, man. That's my guy right there. With the price of eggs right now, we need this damn guy in
That's
Green Bay.
right.
Tim, don't you roll your eyes. We're talking economical standards here, sir.
Come on, dude.
Hey, I heard Ray Lewis is a free agent. Did you hear that?
Hey, hey.
Did his charges ever get dropped? Allegedly.
Yes.
Allegedly.
I will say this. Can I say something about Ray Lewis? When that happened, doesn't matter. I'm going to anyway. When that happened, the whole, legal stuff, I remember thinking this dude's evil. Like that's just, and then he immediately turned to Jesus. And this is me being the heathen I was at that age, obviously. And I'm going, he's just using that. He's just using that to get out of this. Like he's one of these fake Christians, right? And lo and behold, boys, he has walked the walk for a very, very, very long time.
It's true.
He made me eat my damn words. So been a great human being ever since, everything happened. So anyway, Von Miller.
He was
no
the
Von
best
Miller, right?
guy around.
What murder?
Number one Packer fan said, yeah, no to MVS. Thank you so much, man.
There's been a lot of murder and a lot of intrigue. A little
There's a
hot can't
murder.
take anymore.
All right. If we're doing a defense mock draft, guys, it's got to be quick.
We
all
got to
right?
do it. Let's do it.
I'm going to let you guys call a shot. I'm not even going to refer to my board. All
Let's
right.
go.
We're going turbo.
All right,
I will
chat. Chat
make-
better be engaged here. You guys made us do this. Peer pressure.
Who in the hell is Mel Kiper anyway?
All right. Let me get it on the screen here. Everybody be ready to contribute. All right.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
What am I gonna do?
All right. Here we go. You ready?
Oh, man.
You
Let's
ready to
go.
go? Mock draft 23. Pick 23. The Packers are on the clock.
James Pierce Jr.
Dang, that was quick.
How
Tim,
dare
son.
you?
Right,
sound-
Tim? Unless you want to try to trade back, but I mean, actually could be good. Can you look at the trades, Clay?
Are we really trading back in an all defensive mock
No.
draft?
Hey,
No, and we're definitely not taking an edge first, are we? Really?
that's what I'm saying. Trade back. Look at you got 3 D linemen in there.
You can go to pick 25, it looks like.
Let's
That's
do
your
it.
best. All right. So if we go for pick 25, I can't believe we're doing this. This is unbelievable. They will give us maybe pick 89 to trade back 2 spots.
Put her on the board.
Let's see what happens here. Offer the trade. They accept it. All right. And James Pierce Jr. is still there. By the way, the ninth best prospect.
Cool. Draft Eric Harmon.
All right. You guys listen, we got to go rapid fire. Y'all got to get together on
No,
this.
go
right,
ahead,
come on.
Jacob. Jacob, you
Chat.
get the first one. We'll take Pierce. Go ahead.
All right, we'll go every other.
Yeah. Jacob says James Pierce, right?
I'm getting blasted already in the chat.
James,
All right.
I don't know why you're getting blasted. James Pierce Jr. is a damn dog.
Yeah, he's a
I know he
freak.
is.
He's going to get drafted by Baltimore or somebody at the end of the first round, and we're going to go, of course, he's a Hall of Famer.
All right, I'm going Pierce. I don't care what
Cool,
you guys
run the
say in the
card.
chat.
All right. Jacob said the hell with the chat. All right, Tim, you're up. Pick 55. What do you want to see, sir?
D line. Oh, wait, never mind. I've seen enough. Alfred Collins, Texas. Draft him.
Boom. I like
All
that.
right. Defensive lineman Alfred Collins out of Texas. Pick 87, and then we got pick 89. That does look kind of nice there, boy.
Darn.
How about a corner? Can we see corners?
Yeah.
All right, let's go take a peek at corner. Dorian Strong, Jacob Parrish, Kobe Bryant, Mello Dotson, Noel Williams, Zy Alexander, and
All right.
Elijah Huzzy.
Let's go back to the just everybody on the board there.
Okay.
Linebacker.
Could you click on Jordan Phillips and let me see what his grades are?
Jordan
No.
Phillips, 57, 71, 71.
Scroll, just do a little scroll for me. Ooh. I think I gotta go Dorian Strong.
All right. You want Dorian Strong, 72, 81, 73 is a PFF grade. Tim, you got any say in this?
No, this is Jacob's pick.
Okay. Now, I want to say this. If you guys want to trade picks here, and this is what I mean, Jacob, he'll definitely be there at 89. There might be
Yeah.
a two that Tim would want right now that might go in the next pick or two. You know what I mean? So you could, if Dorian Strong is your guy, let's save it for 89. And Tim, you go ahead and pick at 87. Does that make sense?
Let's do it. Do it, Tim.
You want me to take this pick?
Yeah.
Do it.
And we're double dipping. Take Jordan Phillips.
All right, Jordan Phillips, defensive lineman out of Maryland. Tim, are you sure you don't want to go with this Kentucky Wildcat right here?
That's
Mr.
what I was
don't
thinking
wanna-
he was going
I
to
don't
do.
want to reach that far.
All right. We're going Jordan Phillips, defensive lineman out of Maryland at pick 87. All right, and then Jacob, you
Dorian.
wanted Dorian Strong, all right?
Yeesh.
Find him real quick. Cornerback Dorian Strong out of Virginia Tech.
There we go.
72, 81, 73. Kind of feels like Jaden Reed there, don't it? The year before, had a really good year.
He's
What's his measurables?
decent size, too. Yeah.
6'1". Woo, I like it. Dorian Strong out of Virginia Tech. Bang. All right, next pick. Packers 124. I guess this would be Jacob again, right? We'll get back on track. So
We got to go Noel Williams here. Round out that cornerback room.
all right,
There we
Noah
go.
Williams, cornerback out of Cal. All right, Tim, sir, you're on the clock. Pick
Ooh, damn.
160.
All
I
right,
should have waited because now I like Huzzy and Riley. What do you think?
Let's
Kobe King, too, dude. Have you looked at Kobe King?
a little. Let's how about linebacker? Let me see.
Linebacker. I think that's a good move there. Kobe King out of Penn State, Cody Simon out of Ohio State, Cody Lind. What's up with all the damn Codys here? Cody Lindenberg out of Minnesota, Danny Stutzman, Jay Higgins, Dumas Johnson. Yeah, I don't want to go combing through my board here, but
Can you click on Kobe King so we can see his grades quick?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah.
55, 83, 83. That's pretty stable there. 6'1", 248. Little short, but
Plays all over the place too. Let's do it. Run the card. Kobe.
King.
Kobe.
King out of Penn State to the Packers. We're at pick 200.
Oof.
Yes, sir.
Boy. I just feel like we do not need a safety whatsoever. Can you scroll down a little bit?
Unless it's a slot safety.
But even that, I mean, aren't we happy with Bullard? And
Yeah, but if Bullard's not on the field, then who plays in the slot? That's why I'd like to get another slot
Can we-
corner or a slot safety.
can we
Slot
take a
corner.
peek at the gentleman up top a little bit more?
Who?
Akil or Achille Arnold? Yeah.
Lee Arnold. 2023 looked good, but everything else was dookie.
What about Edge? Should we take a peek at Edge?
Let me load it all up here. That way we get
Yeah, there we go.
a little easier. Go Edge.
Ooh,
Linebacker.
okay. Cam Horsley is my guy.
Let's see it. 70, 72, 79. Jacob, I like it.
There we
Boston
go.
College guy, 6'4", 306. Like that
Hafley
a lot.
said, bring my second son in. Cam Horsley, defensive lineman out of Boston College at pick 200. I could see that one happening, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Pick 239. Tim, you're on the clock,
Sure.
sir.
Malachi Moore, Alabama.
What?
You don't even need to see it.
You don't even want to look at Jalen Walker there, Tim?
Nope.
Malachi Moore. Oh,
Look at
Lord.
scroll down on Malachi
Oh, I'll
Moore.
take that. I'll take
Scroll
that.
down. Let's look at
66, 77, 84. Look at those slots.
those slot snaps. Run the card.
All right. Tim got his backup slot. Who knows? Malachi Moore might end up starting, boys.
All right.
Jacob, you got pick 251. It's the final pick of the draft. Don't screw it up. You want a kicker?
No, can we look at
Put 'em all
Edge real quick?
up. Edge, okay.
I'd like to say, I missed out on Johnny Walker Jr. Elijah Alston is somebody that I've looked at who graded pretty darn well.
Damn. 2023, 91.3.
Yeah, I'm gonna run that up. I'm gonna run that guy up. What's his height and weight? Yeah,
6'2".
throw him in there.
So that's
A little undersized, but for a 7th round pick,
That's crazy. Yeah. Elijah Austin, right? Out of Miami.
Yeesh.
Boom. There it is. There's your all defensive draft.
Look
Did
at
that in like
that.
5 minutes.
Must be a record right there. We did that in like 3 minutes.
Look at we're grading out pretty darn well there, dude.
James Pierce Jr., man, I'm just telling you, I do not understand the hate there. I don't get it.
He's awesome.
Yeah, they give us an A+ for it, obviously, at pick 25. And it's not just like, I'm not just saying that about the chat. I'm not saying about any in particular person. Like, there's multiple people that's like, yeah, I don't know. He might slip out of the first round for a personal reason. Why? We don't really know. He's just, that sounds like lion season to me, to be honest with you. So obviously trading down Jacob was huge. I'm going to tell you this right now on draft night. If we can trade down 2 spots and pick up an extra 3rd round pick, sign me up.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that would be phenomenal. And, you know, it's like Daniel Jeremiah said, from pick 20 to pick 60, everybody's kind of the same. So in this particular draft, he also said, per Emilio, Emilio could have been lying. That happens every now and again. He said that Daniel Jeremiah, they have 10 prospects with first-round grades this year. So keep that in mind. And it just so happens that our top 10 prospects all grade out within the top 3 tiers of our board. We go with tiers of 5. So from 0 to 4.9, we've got 4 players. And then from 5 to 9.9, we've got 6 players. And I think from 5 to 9.9, there's no players. And then from 10 to 14.9, we've got 6 players. So we've got 10 within our top 3 tiers, which would kind of lead you to believe the way our grading system's working this year, anything under 15 is considered a first round talent if we get the exact players right. We won't, but that's just kind of how it feels like the things laying out here this year. 2-0 for this all special teams draft tonight. God, y'all gotta
heard it from a fan right here.
Let's do a quick recap here of the all defense draft. So we traded back 2 spots, picked up an extra third. With the 25th pick, we took James Pierce Jr., edge defender out of Tennessee. Pick 55 in the second round, we took defensive lineman Alfred Collins out of Texas. Round 3, pick 87, defensive lineman Jordan Phillips out of Maryland. Round 3, pick 89, cornerback Dorian Strong out of Virginia Tech. Round 4, pick 124, cornerback out of Cal, Noel Williams. They really like that one with an A-. Round 5, pick 160, linebacker out of Penn State, Kobe King. Round 6, pick 200, defensive lineman Cam Horsley out of Boston College. Round 7, pick 239, safety out of Malachi Moore. Round 7, pick 251, edge defender Elijah Austin out of Miami. The thing that sticks out to me, and it's an all defensive draft, so you're going to go heavy at certain positions. Mm-hmm. There's no way drafting 3 defensive linemen. They're all 3 going to, like, we're going to be cutting Carl Brooks or somebody. You know what I mean? So, but in an all defensive draft, I like the exercise because it does kind of give you an idea of here's where we like these defensive linemen in these rounds. So it could be something too that if you don't go 3 tech, if you don't go defensive tackle in the first round, might be looking at Alfred Collins or Jordan Phillips there in the second or third. If you screen past those or they get picked a little higher and you miss out on those, then maybe you are looking at Cam Horsley as a backup plan in the 6th or so. Drew D, can you believe the Raiders took a first-round kicker and punter in their history? I can. Al Davis is one of those old-school – listen, Al Davis, he was off his rocker there at the end. Don't get me wrong with those type of picks. But Al Davis, a pioneer in the game of professional football. Like, if you guys have not watched his A Football Life documentary, make your respect go up for him tremendously. Now, with that being said, he was still – we talk about not taking a player 1 tier, 2 tier higher than their current tier of value. Al Davis was he was making decisions about 2-3 decades late. You know what I mean? Like he was a little bit behind the curve in his latter years. And anybody who raises a son that runs around with that haircut, I'm sorry, man. You got
all that money, man, and that's the guy still cuts his own hair.
A bowl cut. That is the definition of a bowl cut.
His girlfriend, fiance, wife, whoever she is now, she's pregnant, right? She's a supermodel, and it was literally an article was wrote that she didn't even know he was rich when they met. She just fell in love with him. I'm like,
oh yeah, totally.
All right, Jacob,
definitely lying season.
Definitely lying season. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a good point. Prince says Al Davis's hair wasn't anything to write home about either. It really wasn't. Those jumpsuits were fire, though. You kidding me? Looked like he was just about to cross over a cat on the court at any moment with those jumpsuits, man. I'm just telling you.
Polyester king right there.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Anything else? Bloody Swamp says Seahawks lower the price on DK. Breaking news there. Hit the breaking news, Tim. We got breaking news here. DK. Seahawks have lowered the price again. They're down to a 6th-round pick. I'm just joking. We hit that earlier there, Swamp. Can you believe the Raiders took? We already hit that. Is there anything else y'all want to hit on before we wrap up?
I'm telling you, man. Holmes is dying on this hill. He says last year MVS signed a 1-year deal with the Saints for $1.125 million. Who's the fool now? Anyone considering selling the farm for DK is wild. In my opinion, MVS is close to the same type of player.
I'm with you on that selling the farm thing, man. I can't get on board with it.
No,
it's just too much, man. It is. I love how he's throwing in the gradual or the subtle laughing emojis to still make us think, is he being
Hey, it would be fun to have him and Kenny talking smack to each other again.
Oh, my God. Those were the best, man. you guys haven't seen those, it's kind of hard to run them down. I did it one night for the show, but man, it's we
Used to rip on each other so hard.
Kenny, what was it? Kenny said, it looked like that the CJ, the character on the original Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, was modeled after MVS. Like, it looked just like him. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's wrap it up with this. We have one more thing I wanted to hit. This is Football Insights over on X. We were kind of talking offensive line, and you notice we haven't mentioned tackle much, and the reason being, Football Insights says Ronnie Stanley stays. Patriots tackle situation is brutal. Cam Robinson probably ideal to avoid needs-based tunnel vision draft. What we got here with this chart, if I were to click on it, it's better the other way, isn't it? Here we go. At the bottom, running from left to right, you've got island rate. No help by a guard, a running back, or a tight end. So these guys are just forced to block in a one-on-one situation, right? That's the rate in which they were asked to do that. Go back to Greg Cosell. The true value of a pass rusher and an offensive line is, in his opinion, mainly pass rusher, is how many resources are allocated to stop that player, right? That's how you can really see the true value in a pass rusher. It's not about sacks. It's not necessarily about pressures. It's about, man, if they're having to line up two pieces of the puzzle to block your one, you got a +1 hat count. That's a true difference maker in the game of football. Now, running vertically on the left side is grade over expected when left on the island. So on the bottom, how often they were left on the island. The top, how well they played against that, okay, when they were just in a one-on-one situation. If you notice here, and I don't think I can zoom in any further. I cannot. You can see right here, Rasheed Walker is in the upper right quadrant, okay, along with Zach Tom. Now, Zach Tom is way higher in success rate, but Rasheed was asked more often to play on the island. Not much. The fact that both of our tackles, left tackle Rasheed Walker, right tackle Zach Tom, are in that upper right quadrant, we are absolutely blessed. Got to get the interior shirt up. Got to get that center, whether he's in-house or not. We got to make a decision there for sure. And Jesse here in the chat, good to see you, buddy. He says, Morgan ever play center? ? I do not believe Jordan Morgan's ever played center. Matter of fact, he had never played guard until he got to the National Football League. He played left tackle his entire high school, college career. So, yeah, no center experience there for Jordan Morgan. Not to say someone can't play that off a whim, but I wouldn't expect it for sure. Let's see here. Holmes MD1. I agree with the MVS poll idea mentioned earlier, Clay. Let's do it. MVS or DK for the cost utility ratio. Y'all gonna give me brain damage today.
International average of pressure.
Speaking of brain damage, spot on. Perfect drop.
We found MVS's agent.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can find the market value of
a ham sandwich. That's what it is.
So we hit everything we wanted to hit there. Let's drop this down. Matter of fact, let's just close it out. And let's go to watch him not even be listed as a free agent. They're like, he may retire. All right, so let's go all teams, all positions. Let's go wide receiver and see if we can find Mr. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. It's his average annual value, so it's going to be
there. He is.
Hey, here we go with New Orleans, right?
Yeah, 1.125.
We got a market value. Drum roll, please. What do y'all think it's going to be? What do you think his market value is going to be?
1.5.
1.5. Tim?
Yeah.
Just a ham sandwich.
He doesn't care. Tim doesn't care at all.
I said a ham sandwich emoji right before Prince said that. That is really weird, Prince. Get out of my head. Ham sandwich, plain no. What's it say? Add a slice of cheese. Yes. 2 million, J. Cole says.
I like what Adam said. MVS does love the cold. You got to give him that. That's a guy not scared to play in the cold. So he's got that going for him.
You call that playing. I call that just kind of being out there. But all right, here we go. Market value, drum roll. 1.5.
Thank you. Thank you.
His comps: Marquise Goodwin,
who?
Olamide Zacchaeus, Nick Westbrook, and Van Jefferson are all his comps. All right. Best calculated value. 1 year, 1.566875 is what we're at.
Holmes says he can block.
I hope he can do something. I'll tell you this, though. Y'all want to hear something funny? Tim, you're probably going to sign off here. MVS has more rings than Aaron Rodgers.
Oh God.
Think about that. That's a wild stat. That's the stat of the day. MVS has more rings than Aaron Rodgers. Who's the better player?
Adam says he's the best guy around.
What Super Bowl?
He was the best guy around.
All right. Anything else, man? This was a roller coaster here. I'm thinking 40 minutes, and I'm going to be out there with that brush pile. We're an hour, 20 minutes in, and we did an all-defensive mock.
All right. Last chat of the night. MVS says, Prince says, MVS has 2 more rings than Taylor Swift.
Too much Taylor Swift.
There's all kinds of facts out here. Oh, man.
We got to go. All right.
I guess we do. Yeah.
This just suck.
You think God never farted?
Drew D says, can tell Clayton isn't from California. He's cleaning up a brush. Hey, too soon. It is funny, though.
Oh, we're going to give him some.
Listen, I'm a pillar of my community down here in Tennessee. What I do, I call the county and go, hey, you okay if I blow some crap up down here? And they say, no, it's too dry. Or they go, here's your burn permit number. And I act like I'm writing it down. I go, 7. Yeah. And then I go out there and burn some stuff. So, yes, I am responsible. Okay. Yeah.
You heard it from a fan right here.
There you go. Did you guys see the Long Island fire? Something going on in Long Island or something? Did y'all see that in New York? Big fire out there too? I don't know, man. People, listen, be careful. Be careful. If I can have 5 Daddy sodas and burn stuff responsibly, y'all can do it sober. Okay? For God's sakes. Can we please just... Unbelievable. All right, that's it. We're out. We were supposed to talk about free agency. Little preview. Didn't do it, but you come to expect that with this show. We'll be back tonight, 7 p.m. Central. We may stay on topic. We may not. So, no, I'm not, A-fam. Hey, shave your mustache. Okay, sir? Mike Hebring says, who needs a burn permit? Mike, down here, man. Hey, y'all want to hear? Here's a funny story. So, I didn't get a burn permit one time, right? And I'm burning literally this tiny little fire out back, right? I got stones around it, just burning a little bit of brush, as in the middle of winter. Sure enough, county pulls up, bunch of county trucks, walk on my property. Hey, there's a burn ban right now. I'm like, no, I had no idea, man. What's going on? They were like, yeah, you can't burn that right now. And I went, how did y'all even know I was burning it? Like, they didn't even throwing any smoke. He was like, well, we got a call. I went, you want to let me know who called? And he went, we're not allowed to do that. Went, okay. So they said, yeah, you got to put that out. I picked up my bucket of water and I went, looked at them and they just got in their truck and went, have a good day. I mean, it was literally the size of a basketball, which is hilarious. So A-fam's the type of person that would call the county on you burning, wouldn't he?
That's terrible.
It is terrible. Aaron Rodgers says,
J. Cole.
Snitches get stitches. You got that right. Aaron Rodgers, Clayton, I tagged you in a trade proposal. Thoughts on that trade? Would love to see what y'all think. Aaron, remind me tonight and we'll hit it, okay? We'll touch on it. We're talking about important things like burn bans and stuff right now, okay? Now I got to go. Seriously, I'm going to get divorced. But, yeah, remind me on that tonight, Aaron, and we'll lead off with it, okay? Just say, Clayton, you promised, okay? Yeah, that's it. Everybody have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.
And we go.
All right.
Bye, guys.